Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. So the Huskies win the tip. Here's Noel. Out to the wing. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's a... Also true, the games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
Here's Smooth. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. 5 on the clock, to the inside. Here's Q, off target at the rim. Here's Richmond. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Richmond's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, adding a little entertainment to that layup. Could you imagine if he missed it? Coach would have been all over it.
Shots good by Noel.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Richmond. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Well, a nice start for them. 3 for 3 in the early going, getting into a rhythm.
Here's Noel. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Smooth misses.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Here's Smith. There's the drive. Pass to Richmond. And here's Smith. There's the closer. Off target from outside.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Here's Smooth. Lays it up and banks it in.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Here's Richmond. Here he goes. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, it sure didn't take him much time to heat up. Aggressive start.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Smooth. Rebounded by Maker.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
And the shot is good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Money. Smith outside. Outside for Richmond. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so it's the Huskies with it. 7-point differential. AI outside. Now Noel. Cranes the three-pointer. Noel's got 5.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him dropping a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
Pass to Money. Here's Richmond. Tries from 7. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul. First team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for 2.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
Here's Z. He has yet to score. There's the 3. They get the rebound. Pass to Smooth. Goes back up. Good on the jump shot. Smooth's got his second basket of the game.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
There's the screen. Maker with the ball. Here's Money. Here's the closer. He's guarded by AI. Pass to Money. That one doesn't go.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Substitution on the court.
.50 seconds left to play in the first. Now, here's Junior. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. It's tipped. They recover it. Here's Smooth. Out to the right wing. And a wide open look for AI. It's good. This game is all even.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
.17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Junior with it. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. Doesn't go that time. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. First quarter wrapping up here, and Clark, it's a tie ball game. And we've got
12.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Now, here's Junior. No scoring in this one. Pass to Glover. Tries the spin move. Scores off the spin.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now, DJ. From deep three-point territory. From beyond the arc and then some. DJ's got the lead up to 1 now for the Huskies. Here's Scott. Pass to Houdini. Outside, Scott. From deep. A three-pointer is right on target. Scott's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's B. .17-foot shot on the way. And he can't bank that one in. And that's a foul called on Money. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Here's DJ. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's B. In the corner, it's DJ. And stolen by Junior. Here's Glover. Pass to Junior. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Here's Ball. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Now, here's Scott. Pass to Junior. Back to Scott. Here's Glover. Shot clock at 6. Going inside. Johnson with the block. And it's the Huskies on the break. And a wide open look for DJ. No good on the 3. And here we go. Fast break. Junior's got it. And Junior throws it down hard.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. As a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before.
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, can you believe that? I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Asked a little general. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Scott. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Now Johnson takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Little General. The kick out to Scott. Chalk up 2 there. Scott's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Driving the lane. Pass to Stewart. They get a hand on it. Fast break. Here we go. For the finish. And finished off by Scott.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Now, here's Ball. Still scoreless. Now, DJ. Shot clock at 5. And the 3 off target.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Driving to the basket. Pass to Black Hole. There's 42 seconds left here in the second. Here's Scott. Puts up a 3. Ball with the rebound. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Here's Black Hole. This one for 3. Scott missing again. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And here is DJ. Connects from 3-point range. DJ's got 6 here in this quarter. Here's Little General. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. They lead by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Now here's Richmond. Pass to the closer. There's a good screen. For three, Smith. There's the closer. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
And so it's the Huskies with it, trailing by 5. AI left side. Over to the left wing. Clock at 4. Here's Smooth. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close. As it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Here's Smooth. He's got 6. Q off with the layup.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Got a piece of it. And they get it back. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now, here is Smith. Some good scoring numbers for him right now, averaging 17 points a game. Here's Smooth. It's tipped. Richmond outside. Smith outside. Reverses. No good at the rim.
How'd that move work out? The important part is to get the ball in the basket, not to make the highlight reel. Come on.
Here's Smooth. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Richmond outside. Huskies with the rebound.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
The shot will not fall. And it's Richmond finishing it off.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Pass to Q. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Smith right side. To the wing on the left. Tries a 3. Again, Richmond missing. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Q.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Junior. It's Scott on the wing. Got it. Good job on the low post. Scott's got 11.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Junior with it. Pass to Scott. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Here's B. Yep, that one goes. 1:27 left here in the third quarter. Outside, Scott. Out left to the wing. Now, Junior lets it go from deep. 6 on the shot clock. Ball with the rebound. Inside, Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
There's the pick. Here's Scott. Pass to Junior. Second chance effort. And the shot goes down.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's B. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Pass to Houdini. From the wing. And that one's good, Junior. Junior's got 6 points. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the third. They're up by 5.
The visiting team, 34. Come on, fans. It's the
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so it's the Huskies with it. It's a 5-point game. Here's Smooth. And he drives in. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And he makes the first.
the line for the Huskies. Number 3, taking 2 shots.
Good on both. And here's Junior. With the floater. Pass to Glover. Basket counts.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Here's Smooth to the middle. Here's Q.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now, here's Junior. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the reset button at halftime. Not sure if it was a mechanical issue, but he's looked much more confident offensively.
Here's Smooth. Count that one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. The kick out to Scott. Pass to Junior. They set the screen. Stolen. And it's the Huskies on the break. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's B. It's hauled in by Glover. 3-on-3. And it's blocked. Here's Smooth. Takes it inside. And he banks in the layup. Smooth's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Ime Udoka's huddle. Now, with this game up for grabs, the coach told his guys to think positive. He said, "We know this game is ours, fellas. We've earned it. I need you to show me right now that you want this." Can they get it done? We'll see. Guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Out to Smith. Pass to Richmond. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And it's 13 points for the Prodigy. Here's Smooth. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Smith. Outside for Richmond. Second shot opportunity. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Here's Smooth. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Caravan. Banked in off the glass.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
There's a screen. Out to Smith. Beyond the arc. Drills it from outside.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Here's Smooth. Richmond with the rebound.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one
Back to Smith. Richmond outside. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. It's Noel on the wing. Has to be. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Smith surveying the D. Outside for Richmond. Now here's Maker. And Smith launches it from deep. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Richmond outside. Back to Smith. Richmond with the steal. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chance. He'll call time. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And they actually could take a 3 here and go for the win if they want to. I think they'll try and send it to overtime. The defenders don't want to foul in this situation, so you should be able to get a good look inside.
Smith right side. And regulation now complete. He will go to overtime. And will return shortly. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Dan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier. But I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Richmond outside. Pass to the closer. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Here's Smooth. Noel with the ball. Here's Smooth. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
2 minutes remaining.
Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Now it's Noel in the corner. They grab their own miss. Pass to Smooth. Five to shoot. Another shot. Rebounded by Maker. They've been hanging in there.
And a chance here to jump on top.
To the paint. Nails the baby hook. Makers got his first 2 points of the night. Huge shot there, and the crowd knows it.
Yeah, you gotta love hearing a crowd this fired up.
Here's the screen. Here's Smooth. Out the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And they gotta bring the double team.
17.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
1:02 left to play in the first overtime. Now Richmond. Pass to Money. Smith on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Noel. Smith, no luck. And so it's the Huskies with it. 3-point lead. Here's Smooth. Fires from deep. That one, no good.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
Back to Smith. So the Huskies win it, and they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
They probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.